Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. It's Thursday. It's a long weekend for me. Hopefully it is for you too. I know some of my Canadian friends it is not, but I'm really excited. How is everybody? Happy Thanksgiving. Hey Brenda, hey Twyla. We made it. I always say happy Friday Eve, but it feels like I've already made it to Friday. I technically don't have a holiday like paid off work tomorrow, but and I had this cute idea that maybe I would work and save some of my PTO time, but I'm taking the day off tomorrow. Hey Arlie, I'm gonna make my own turkey tomorrow and decorate for Christmas. I'm getting into the Christmas spirit, as you can see. Do I sound okay? Hey Joanne. Hey Tasha. How's it going? I know we are having a nice snowy Thanksgiving here. My husband actually works for our county and gets called in when the plow trucks do. And so he spent a lot of his day working today. But I know that Tasha isn't having a snowy Thanksgiving. I can't remember where Twyla and Arlie are from, if you might be having snow. Did everybody have a nice day today? So I am going to work on the quilt, the Solstice Spruce. Tasha says, I want to take the kids to see snow. Well, I wish you could just pop in over here. We got some to spare. Not too much, only a few inches today, and now it's raining, so it might not be great. Oh, my phone's going crazy. Ooh, I can hear myself in my phone. No, I'm a very professional streamer. Oh, Twyla's in Colorado, so you're no stranger to snow. Hi, Tessa. Happy Thanksgiving. Tasha's in Florida enjoying 82 and beautiful weather. I'm a little jealous. Did everybody do something, whatever that is, that hopefully you had a good day if it was Thanksgiving for you? We went and saw some family. We have a close family member in the hospital, so we took a little trip up to the hospital. They're doing well, though. And then we had a nice, yummy Thanksgiving dinner at my sister-in-law's. And now I'm going to sew this. I got this quilt kit in the mail. Hopefully you can see that. It's all the little letters. All the fabric is labeled. So this is very exciting for me. And this is the Solstice Spruce. Man, words are hard today. It's been a long day. I may have had a couple glasses of wine, so bear with me. Solstice Spruce pattern by Hexen House. She is my friend who I took a patterning course through, and then she has another friend who kitted this out, Cindy. I have links to both of these things in the description if anybody's wanting to get into a very simple half square triangle, but so cute quilt pattern. This is a wall hanging size. Donnell says, hey, Tasha, Michigan here. I cannot stick around long, but I wanted to show my love. Oh, thanks, Donnell. Yep, so if you're in Michigan, you are also not a stranger to snow. Ooh, Arlie said she had a quiet day with the sewing machine. Made my first zippered pouch today. Zippered pouches are so fun. I haven't made one in so long, but I really want to give it another try. Brenda has been making a ton of zippered pouches right now, and they've come out so cute, and it's given me the bug. Arlie, are the pouches that you're sewing something you're going to keep or give away or TBD? All right, I'm excited to work on this. Everything's cut, which is wonderful, but I am not I do a lot of curves, not a lot of half square triangles, so this might actually be a little bit of an experience for me. All right, so I need to take a bunch of J's. It's so nice how she has the little stickers on here. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit closer to you guys. And so this kit is all labeled with what fabric and what letter it is. So all I have to do is sew. Finally. Hey, Andy. Yes, thanks. This is the Solstice Spruce, my friend Erin from Hexen House. designed it. So I ordered one of her kits. Arlie says, so far I've made 2 for me. I like it. So I'm going to attempt to do this after a long Thanksgiving. Andy, did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Deb. Happy Thanksgiving. I need to find J and K. Oh, cute. And then what else do I need? J and L, J and M. So I'm going to grab all of these. All right. These are so cute with the stickers. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to message her on Instagram and find out how she did these little stickers. They're so convenient. Yes, this kit is using 2 at a time half square triangles, which I know some people like the 4. I know there's a 4 at a time, 8 at a time, and even more than that. I like to use the 2 at a time. Do you guys have preferences of how many half square triangles you like to do at once? I'm certainly not doing 1 at a time. I can tell you that much. But I do like the 2 at a time. I haven't really dabbled with anything much bigger than that. I think maybe I've tried a 4 at a time once. Ooh, I'm on the big screen, Brenda. She says I'm on her TV and now just typing on the iPad. Joanne says I had to clear all my sewing stuff off the dining room table, so now I have to reorganize it. Oh, bummer. Bummer. Once it's organized, you'll never find anything ever again. All right, so this says I need to take 1 J, but I know there's a lot of things mixed with J's, and 1 K for a total of how many? 20. I bet you this is all of it. It's so weird having not cut it. I'm like, I don't even know how many of these things are. Oh, I bet you this one, does K get grouped up with somebody else? Four. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to count here. It's just on the top of the stack, Arlie. So I'm going to use the piece of fabric with the sticker last. So I'm going to start from the bottom and do that. I was just thinking about that. Brenda says she likes the 8 at a time, and Andy says I don't like the big pieces of fabric for 4X or 8X. I love my block lock. You know, I am like really regretting. Somebody, and it might have been you, Andy, or somebody recently told me about those block lock rulers. I don't even remember. I think I've talked about them a few times now. And now I'm really regretting not getting one. Well, there's still probably time. I know Brenda did not have turkey today. But she had hers back in October, right? Is it October? One, 2, 3. I think I am missing a square, which is probably just in the back of something or still stuck in something. So we're not going to worry about that right now. So 20 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And so that's my K's and my J's. Okay. Let's see. I can get away with no trimming if I cut pairs with an easy angle ruler. And yes, I have a video about it. Of course you do, Andy. You've been making videos for so long. Oh, and Tasha says the whole pack of block rulers are on Amazon. Well, that means there could be some here in time for trimming. I might just take a look at that when I get off here tonight. Although I'm trying not to like just buy things like how many rulers do you need, but I really feel like for trimming half square triangles, having that block would be a good idea. No, I think I'm missing one of these. The light one. But I'm not positive I didn't take it out somewhere, or if I am really missing one, I'm sure she'll send it to me in the mail. It'll get here quick, but that's not to say that it is not in here, and I just don't want to tear everything out yet. Hey Zaza, happy Thanksgiving. Well, thank you for wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. I know it is not Thanksgiving for you. I am working on a little Christmas tree kit. All right. Oh, that's okay. Brenda, you mean you can't read my mind? That's weird. All right. I'm going to just start with these and stack these back up. And start drawing lines. I am actually going to draw lines on these because I'm not trying to play any games. Did you have a nice day, Zaza? I got these at Joann's. I don't know. I was so tempted. Oh, you really can't see them good. I had my second camera hooked up today, but it was like a little blurry. So I'm hoping next week I have an idea of how I can make my second camera less blurry. And you could see the cute little polka dots on these pencils. Has anybody started any Christmas sewing? I know, like we've talked about, most of us don't like deadline sewing, but are you doing anything for yourselves? I just realized, like, literally, I'm part of I'm part of 2 local quilt guilds, and one is the Modern Quilt Guild, and I believe those meetings are the second Sunday of every month. So, like, I'm like 2 weeks out, and I've had a whole year to do a challenge quilt for that group. They set up a really cool challenge. Like, you have to do something with your initials of your name and the colors. Yeah, I haven't done anything. So I'm debating, like, am I going to pressure myself to try to get something done in 2 weeks? And I got to be honest with you, I probably will. So tomorrow, that will probably start the panic of what am I going to do for that Quilt Guild challenge. Oh, Zaza said she had a lovely day. We are away for a few days as it's my husband's birthday on Saturday. Oh, how nice. How nice. Oh, yeah, Brenda's been making some really beautiful stockings. And I don't know if any of you follow Cotton and Bourbon on Instagram. I know you do, Brenda. She just released a gift bag pattern set kind of thing. These reusable gift bags of a bunch of different sizes, and I think it's on sale this weekend for $5. And I'm very tempted by that. I downloaded her free pattern last year and never made it, but they're so cute. But then I'm always like, would someone really know that this is a handmade gift bag, and would they appreciate it? I don't know. This white marker is nice, or a pencil. Zaza's been saying, I've been sewing some EPP decorations, but I don't do major Christmas sewing because too much pressure. Yeah, I agree. I actually was hoping to create a new EPP block before I went to my in-laws today, so I could stitch while I was there, and I ran out of time. I didn't get it done, but honestly, I don't even know if I would have. We had such a nice time just chatting, and I don't know if I would have actually stitched it anyway. And then after we got home from Thanksgiving dinner, and my poor husband's been up since early this morning when he got called into work, he had ordered some lights. So I'm nicely lit, hopefully. And this is the first time I haven't had to use like lights on a stand in here to make it so you could see me, which has just like opened up a ton of floor space in here. I am super excited. He's really the best. I'm sure he's already snoozing on the couch up there. I know. I was snuggling my son in bed tonight and he's like, Mom, are you working tomorrow? I was like, well, I don't know. I was thinking about it. And he goes, Mom, I think we should just get an early start to the weekend and you should take the day off. And I went, you know, honey, I think you're right about that. Zasza says, I brought some EPP with me, but I won't end up doing it. I do this a lot. I do this every time. Yeah, you know, we have good intentions. But if you didn't bring it with you, it would be the first time that you were like, oh man, I wish I had it. Drinking caffeine at 9 o'clock. But you know what? I got nothing to do after this, so. Meaning I don't have to wake up tomorrow. Well, I do. But my kids are now old enough too. I feel like I've unlocked a new level where they can wake up in the morning and they just like, they get out of bed, right? They're 4 and 7. So they get up, they turn on their cartoons. They'll like come in to see me if they can't get like a little bag of mini muffins open or if they need something. But like for the most part, I can like doze on and off for like, and because my kids wake up at like 5:45. They're horrible. I mean, they're lovely, but I am not, their mother is not a morning person. And so my husband's usually at work. He's the morning person. So he's usually at work in these winter days. So I'm excited that I can stay up late and then I could probably still snuggle in bed tomorrow. Yeah, he's a clever kid. He is a good boy. Didn't have to twist my arm too hard to take the day off tomorrow. It was funny. I was telling my boss, I don't know if I'm going to take the day off or work. And she's just like, Tasha, take the day off. What are you doing? I have a good boss. She's been my boss for a long time, so she knows me, that I always have these good intentions, that I'm going to work on these slow days and I'm going to get caught up on work. And then I wake up and I'm like, meh, maybe not. Hey, Chloe, happy Thanksgiving. Did you guys have a good day? Did the kids enjoy their turkey day? I was trying to remember what Brenda told me she had for dinner. She's like, it's not turkey. Oh, a Caesar salad. I was talking to her about turkey at 9 o'clock this morning. She's like, nothing I make for dinner is going to be as good as your turkey. All right, so then I just line these guys up and sew on, so a 1/4 inch from each line. Okay. Let me just double check the instructions because I'm not. Yes. It's been a long time since I've worked on triangles. I'm usually doing curves. But this pattern was cute. Andy says, I'm the point of contact for our team tomorrow since both bosses are off. See, that's the only trouble. Well, it's not really trouble, but my boss is taking the day off and then I'm taking the day off. And most of my team is. I think there's only one person on my team who's working. But I will have a little bit of guilt about that, knowing that there's nobody like senior. Well, I can't remember. One of them might be working. So I'll just check my email periodically to make sure there's nothing crazy. Zaza, I am working on this pattern, the Solstice Spruce. And I actually got a kit, a pre-cut kit for the wall hanging. So I just have to sew. So I'm really excited about that. And I did put links in the description if you're interested in either the pattern or the kit. I'm doing, I don't know if you can see that. There's one with a tree. Oop, over here. With a, what's the word? One with a little trunk and one without it. And I believe the kit I have is for without the trunk, which I actually prefer that version. So that's nice. But I had been wanting to do something Christmassy for, like to hang on my walls upstairs. And so this seemed like a nice little adventure. And plus, I like helping out, like little quilt shop and a little, and my friend who's starting to write her own patterns, since I know what a pain in the neck they are. Oh, Andy, the do you have to do, I can't remember what you do, Andy, I cannot remember what you do for a living. I feel like it was something, I know you were a math teacher at one point, but I just can't remember what your day job is now. I have to do 40 hours of CPE for being a certified public accountant, a CPA. So I'll be in crunch time in December because I'm a procrastinator. So talking about getting your professional development in while you sew is a real feeling for me. Oh, hi, Connie. Connie's coming from sunny California and says, I hope everyone had a tasty Thanksgiving. I sure did. I hope you did too. And tomorrow I make a turkey for my family. So that's the one problem with going to somebody else's house, right? Like, you don't have leftovers. So we're going to make our own turkey tomorrow. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving, Connie? Can't remember if I asked that already. Now, when you guys do this, so I have the two squares, one's lined, marked. Are you guys ever pinning these, or are we just winging it? Because I feel like winging it. I don't know if that's the wine or just me, but we're winging it tonight. Okay, good. Just like second guessing myself. I like normally before I go live, kind of prepare myself so I know exactly what I'm doing, but I did not do that today because it was like I had plenty of time to do it today. But I put the borders on my quilt behind me this morning instead of looking at this. All right, so I have J and K. J and K, yes. And I need 20 units, which would be 10 pieces of fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I feel confident. Okay, so Andy says I work for state government. Ooh, and professional development time is no stress for me. Part of my yearly goals. Oh, very good. Mine has a deadline. All right, Chloe's not typically pinning things. Zaza and I are both constantly winging things in life and sewing. Vibe with you on that, Zaza. Brenda pins on 8. Oh, the 8 at a time method. You mean 8 at the time method, or do you mean like squares that are 8 by 8 or bigger, since the fabric is larger? True. Arlie says if they're large, I pin. Connie says she had a great Thanksgiving. Yay. I have the rest of the turkey breast in the crock pot for soup tomorrow. Yummy. That's called thinking ahead. What do you guys like to do with your turkey leftovers? I see. Obviously, Connie's got a taste for soup. What else do we like to do? Anybody else got any favorite leftover? Okay, that's what I thought you meant, Brenda, but it's been a long day. What do I know? Oh, hi, Irish Sale Lady. I know that you told me your name before and then you have another name you go by, but I'm pretty sure we did this the last time you were here that I couldn't remember, but I do remember you being here, so welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving. Connie says I pin mine if it has any seams to match. Yes, I am with you. Anytime there's an intersection, I like to pin. I like to clip and flip, I call it. Clip it, flip it, make sure it looks good. and match it up. I actually, when I was sewing the borders onto this sucker today, I was pretty lackadaisical about my pinning because, you know, I'm just winging it in life. And the fabric is that Art Gallery fabric, Pure Solids, and it's more slippery than I'm used to. And I ended up like with little hole seams that didn't seam. So I just went in and made the seam allowances bigger. Linda, thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Zaza. Linda, someday I'm going to remember that, I hope, Linda. Brenda says she likes toasted turkey sandwiches, turkey pot pie, turkey soup, and hot turkey sandwiches. And Zaza says, at Christmas, I like the cold the next day with hot roast potatoes. Interesting. So I have, my husband loves the turkey sandwiches left over. I like to put, so my favorite things that, okay, guys, don't hold this against me, please. I don't really like potatoes. I can't eat mashed potatoes. There's something about it. It makes me gag. I think it's a texture thing. Because I can eat like really crunchy, like McDonald's French fries, but I cannot bite into a potato. Please don't let this change your opinion of me, okay? So at Thanksgiving and leftovers, I like to take turkey, stuffing, gravy, warm it all up, mash it all up, like literally mash it all up into a bowl. And then I like to take cold cranberry sauce and eat it all together. And if I'm feeling crazy, I like to put it on toast. All right, Zaza. So it seems like me and you have very similar seaming or pinning strategies. We do both like hot and cold, but I hope that you can forgive me for not liking potatoes and roast potatoes. I hope that you can look beyond this flaw that I have. My husband was able to do it and still marry me, even though he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy. I must be special for him to overlook that. Linda says, I love turkey pot pie, so save me some. I didn't make potatoes this year, and we didn't miss it one bit. Okay. All right, Linda. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. And Andy says, my husband makes turkey taco soup. That sounds good. That sounds good. Thanks, Chloe. I'm hoping that, just always a funny joke. My father-in-law always jokes around about how I don't like potatoes, but then I give him a hard time because he doesn't like macaroni and cheese. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm like, how can you not like macaroni and cheese? And he's like, how can you not like mashed potatoes? I'm like, fair. My daughter is very sad. She set up 2 containers of leftovers, but only grabbed one when we left Grandma's house. That literally could bring you to tears. That literally can bring you to tears. Might be needing to drive back. Says my family would die if there was no roast potatoes or honey roasted parsnips. Yes. Tomorrow when I make my turkey dinner, I will be peeling and mashing potatoes for my husband because I love him. Well, I usually peel and boil the potatoes, and then I let him do the actual mashing and seasoning because I just can't even taste them. It makes me gag. Yeah, Brenda had her Thanksgiving last month, but has her extra turkey she hasn't made yet. Although I think all of us talking about turkey is speeding up the thaw time of that turkey. Tasha says, glued my binding today for the first time. Game changer. Did you use like the Elmer's glue and hit it with the iron? I have definitely seen videos about that. It's very tempting. And I agree, Connie. I would be making a trip back to Grandma's to get those leftovers. Surprise, Grandma, I'm back. Yeah, Andy, what goes into the taco soup? We're all going to be Googling it later. I have never glued my binding, but maybe I'll try it on this one behind me. Well, she'll be driving herself back to Grandma's. She'll always, for the rest of her life, double check her leftover bag. She'll never make that mistake again. An important life lesson was learned today. Important turkey Thanksgiving lessons were learned. Hey, Erin. Oh, and Erin is the one who wrote this pattern. Hey, Erin. Ooh, so Andy says in the taco soup, a little bit of everything. Tomatoes, corn, a variety of beans, green chilies if you want some heat. Sounds good. We're talking about our favorite ways to use up turkey leftovers, Erin. Happy Thanksgiving. Did you have a great day? And Andy's husband makes a mean taco soup, turkey taco soup. That does sound tasty. I'm with you, Zaza. Andy's husband needs to make enough for all of us. And I do love chain piecing on this machine. This is not a bad way to end my turkey day. The kids did get to play in the snow. They were very excited. Apparently, they only lasted 10 minutes. They were outside. They went outside at my sister-in-law's. We weren't there, but she said they lasted 10 minutes and then wanted to come inside and play. But you know what? I don't blame them. Oh, and Erin had a long travel day. Yeah, some of these holidays can be very intense on the traveling bit. Yes, we do have, well, only a couple inches, I'd say, but my husband gets called into work when the plows get called in, and he was in there for a lot. I didn't even know if he was going to make it to Thanksgiving dinner, but he ended up getting out at 1, which was nice. He gets paid triple time. It started to turn into a wet snow towards the end. Like at the beginning, this morning it was more fluffy, and then like right now I can hear it raining out there, so it got wetter and not as good. So that's why the kids came in early. They were soaked. My sister-in-law had to throw all their coats and everything in the dryer for me. She spoiled us. She cooked dinner and tuckered out my kids for me today. Can't beat that. Erin, do you use a block lock ruler to trim your half square triangles? Zaza says, I'm jealous of snow. We never get a decent snow, maybe once every 10 years. I live outside of Syracuse, New York. And I think I was just telling Brenda this morning, at one point we were like the snowiest city in the US. We don't get as much snow as we once did. Like when I was a kid, there was the blizzard of 93. I was 8. I can remember that. The snow was like over my head. We just don't get the same snow that we once did. I don't know, global warming. But yeah, my kids are definitely hoping for a really good snow this year so they can get outside and play. Oh, thank you, Erin. I just got the borders on my quilt today. Linda says, my brother in New York City is mad at me because I told him I was cooking in shorts and a tank top and flip-flops. Yeah, I'm kind of mad at you too. We're all mad at you. Well, not all, some of them. There's a lot of you in warmer areas watching. I believe, yes, I have a few of these. I think these are Omnigrids, but actually I think the green ones I have that I like the best are creative grids as well. This one has a nice diagonal. I picked this one just to mark the lines on these because it's small. All right, so the unfinished size of this should be 2.5 by 2.5. Let's test one to make sure how I did. Looks perfect. All right, my first string done. Andy says, ate dinner on the patio. It was a gorgeous day in Phoenix. That is something, we sometimes have we had a great Halloween this year, but we have never had a mild enough Thanksgiving dinner where we could even remotely eat outside. Okay. So now I need to do J and L. So L is also 20 units. So that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's L. I'm supposed to be doing J and K. All right. Thankfully, all this stuff is labeled, so it's easy to. No, I just did J and K. Holy crap, Tasha. This is what happens after a long day and a couple glasses of wine. J and L. J and L. That's what I literally just had in my hand. For 12 total. Okay, that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No pressure with Erin here that I don't mess anything up. Okay, got it. Yeah, I should be checking it off with a pencil. But here's the thing, is like it's in this cute booklet she had printed because I got it in the kit, and I don't want to mark it up. I don't even know if I'll ever make this pattern again, but I don't want to mark it up. Aaron, it is not your pattern. It's my brain. Zaza says I use my strip tube ruler. What the heck is a strip tube ruler? Oh my God, every week you guys are teaching me about something I didn't know. I really like a clearly perfect slotted ruler. Is that the same thing? Tube ruler and a slotted ruler? Is that like, are you guys talking about like the stripology rulers? Brenda says they make erasers. Okay. Factual. That's a fact. I might have to mark these off. I don't know. I was like always one of those kids too that like would buy special notebooks and would never find the right time to write in them. I don't know. Are there any of you out there that when you were a kid you would get the perfect pack of stickers and you would hold on to it for something special, and then now it's 30 years later and you don't know where their stickers went? But I know for a fact I never used them. Notebooks, pens. I used to save everything for a special occasion. I try not to do that anymore, but that's the side of me that doesn't want to mark this stuff off with a pen. It's not like I don't know the person who wrote it, who she could just pop one in the mail for me again if I needed it, but you know, or send me the PDF. I gotta go turn my heater off. Woo! Getting hot. Roasting. Aaron's asking, does anyone use a laser instead of marking the diagonal line? I started to just fold and iron a line. I would be interested to hear the answer to that. I have seen people use that. I think it's called washi tape or something on their machines. And Aaron, my machine is pretty quiet. I saw your comment up above, but I also think that my microphone has like background canceling. It is still pretty quiet, but it's probably quieter, or not as quiet as you might think. So Zaza says you stitch your fabric strips together and then sew a tube. And the triangular ruler cuts out squares. What? Cozy Quilts uses this technique in a lot of their patterns. Wow. That's crazy. Blowing my little mind today, as usual. I really need to find a notebook that just stays right by my computer. I need to Cozy Quilts. Like I've also tube ruler. I've seen people make like Bargello quilts. A woman I work with, she's made some beautiful ones, and I know like you sew strips together and I don't know, through some magic get like that beautiful design that sounds kind of similar to that. Andy says, I'm sewing the last row of my woven hearts top. Oh my God, you guys. Andy has been working on this foundation paper pieced quilt. She's been putting in some work. It's only been like a month, and oh my God, you should go check it out. Joanne says, I've just found my easy angle ruler. Never used it before. I'll have to check up on that video, True Blue Quilts. Yes. I have never used it, anything like that either. Thanks, Brenda. I'll have to check that out. Learning something new every day. Oh, guys, and for everyone, when earlier I was like, "Oh, I think I'm short one of these squares," I was looking at the wrong letter. So I have exactly, I needed 3 of these and I have them. So I have everything I need. That was me just having a moment. Jody says, "Oh my god, I am so with you. I don't understand this showing a tube and then cutting things. I cannot get my mind wrapped around it. It's like magic. They're wizards. The wizards of quilting are those tubes." But now I really kind of, I'm starting to kind of come up with like my quilty resolutions for next year. Like I want to maybe start some Christmas sewing in like August or September and stuff, and maybe I'll need to add like a tube method quilt onto my list for next year. This year I wanted to learn foundation paper piecing, which I certainly didn't do anything crazy like Andy did. I did a couple individual blocks though, but next year I really need to step that up. Oh, and Chloe's saying that, "Joanne, it is helpful. I feel it is similar to Bonnie Hunter's triangle tool." Okay. These are all things I haven't tried before. Chloe's up on all the lingo. Tasha says, "I have a crazy angle, but never used it. Need to try that." Sounds like we need to be trying a lot of angles, some rulers next year. I should make a list of rulers I want to try out. Um, I am gonna be live this Saturday with the guy who sews. I'm not sure if, I'm sure most of you probably know about his channel, but I'll be live Saturday at 8. I put the link down below too if that interests any of you. Hopefully I'll see you there. I know a lot of you probably are there if you're awake. Brenda, what is the ruler that you used? I know it's different than the ones they're talking about, but Brenda made the, what is that Santa, Brenda? I dream about that Santa. See, like, I feel like Christmas in July is still like a little too soon for me. Like, I feel like I have so much time. So I feel like if I was like, I'm starting my Christmas in like August or September, I feel like September is like close enough where you're like starting to feel the crunch already. Like, I need to feel the crunch a little bit. But starting in July would be more ideal. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Chloe. I hope you have a good night. Jody goes, "I'll probably be there, but I probably will not be awake." I think like last weekend or the weekend before, I like, what my kids had woken me up at like right at 8, and I like got in the chat and was like, "Hey all," and then I woke back up at like 9:10. Like, I think it was playing the whole time, but I was not. I was not listening. I will need to wake up. I gotta iron some of these before I sew these, so I'm gonna mark some more. Um, Zaza says, for example, you sew 2 sets of 3 2.5 strips and then sew the 2 sets on the top and the bottom, and then the ruler cuts a triangle and it opens into a square. I hope you understand. No, I think I understand. Like, I think I'm following you. It's just magical. And then when you open it up, it's a square. Oh, Brenda has the So Kind of Wonderful. She made a Christmas tree and the Santa. The Christmas tree I like, the Santa I'm obsessed with. So cute. Not that I need to, I'm not trying to enable everyone to go out there and buy more rulers, but you know, they are pretty cute. All right, J and M. Oh, my last J. and an M. Tasha bought a Lori Holt snowman kit, but it is not getting done. I bought one of Lori Holt's Farm Girl Vintage, the original book. I don't know when that was, a while ago. I thought it was so cute. I should find it. And I went through and I marked all these crate quilt blocks that I absolutely loved. I never sewed one of them up, but I still got my money's worth because I enjoyed the book. I really want to find that now. I really should make one just to say that I did it all these years later. I don't really buy a lot of quilt books. Although I would like to subscribe, I think, to a quilt magazine at some point. But good night, Zaza. Yeah, I'm going to probably log off here soon. Well, I'm going to log off soon and get some pecan pie and then go to bed. But I'm going to mark some more triangles before I go. Good night, Zaza. Thank you very much for coming. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you soon. Does anybody do any Black Friday shopping? Andy says, I bought the pattern and quick curve ruler for the nativity quilt. Still on my to-do list. Maybe next year I should plan it out. I know I really want to sit down, be like, what am I doing? Because if you do like go, I'm going to make this quilt, I'm going to do one block at a time. And you could switch it up and do different quilts throughout the month. It would definitely make it, you know, small bite size, doable, enjoyable. I love, love, love the So Kind of Wonderful abacus quilt. Wow. I'm going to have to write that one down too. You love it so much you made them twice. That I feel like that's a very big compliment because I don't really make the same thing twice. Arlie, I'm with you. I don't do any in-person shopping. I do have some ideas. Well, hopefully my husband isn't watching this. I can't imagine he is. But you know what? Just in case. I got some ideas about what I never really have a good idea for him for Christmas, and I think I have a decent one. And so I'm going to start looking for some deals, but only online. I actually have to go to the store tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I'll just pop over to Walmart to grab, I think, like bananas or something. And I'm like, no, I'm going to drive a little further and go to an actual grocery store. Twyla says, Jordan Fabric has used the strip ruler in several tutorials, and Missouri Star Quilt Company has used the clearly slotted ruler in their tutorials. Okay. I'll have to, I don't watch a ton of tutorials, but I should to get some ideas. I should flip through some. Good night, Andy. Thanks for popping in. I hope I'm glad you had a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for coming. Oh, Brenda said, still haven't made that one yet. Linda has to work tomorrow, but only shop online for Black Friday. Ugh. Yeah. I was never like, even like pre-COVID, when I feel like in person Black Friday shopping was more popular, I never once in my life was like, yeah, I'm going to get up at 3 a.m. and go shopping. I think one year somebody dragged me like somewhat early to the store. I can't even remember, but that's my nightmare. That's too much people. It's just, I'd rather pay more money. I'd rather pay more. All right, L and M. I think I need to iron a couple of these too. Give them a quick press. Tasha says Missouri Star Quilt has a YouTube series called Trio, and they show you how to do one quilt 3 different ways. That's pretty neat. I think I have seen a couple of those like in my feed, and I might have clicked on one at one point, but I don't, to be honest with you, I probably didn't watch it all the way through. I'll have to give it a try. I'll have to like fall asleep to some of those videos. I always like watch YouTube videos to fall asleep. I'll have to try one of those. I'm with you, Brenda. Was Black Friday shopping? Like, is it, I'm so confused if it would be that crazy in Canada, because obviously you're not celebrating Thanksgiving the same day. Like, do you guys have Black Friday? Was that like some like an event there where you're fighting with people to shop? I think these are the ends. Just trying to see if this line will show up. This pencil will show up on this color. Arlie says, I tried to do shopping during big SEC football games. I probably should know what SEC means, but I don't. Because everyone else is watching the games. I'm with you. So I just saw that, Tasha, on, I think it was Donnell who was in here at the very beginning. I have the worst memory. I've mentioned this before. I'm 99% sure she is the one that just posted this video about that acorn pen. And I literally was like, I need to keep my eye open if that's on sale this weekend. Oh, so Brenda's saying because you're so close to Detroit, some people go over the border to shop. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what kind of Black Friday deals we can find, if any. Does anybody have any Black Friday? I know, like, maybe that acorn pen I might be able to get on Amazon, you know? But I don't know if, like, Joann's or any of the quilt shops. I wonder if, like, Fat Quarter Shopper Missouri Star does. I don't really love this pencil on this fabric. Oh, that makes sense, Brenda, that they would start doing sales in Canada to keep people from. That makes sense. Oh, Jody, I missed that. Yeah, they have Boxing Day in Canada, but when is Boxing Day, Brenda? Yeah, it's like a little starch pen, Erin, if I recall. So very handy if you have some particular seams you're trying to get at. Oh, the blue is much better for this. If by chance there's anyone in here lurking that isn't subscribed, I know most of you are. I am getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and like I feel like that's such a milestone. So, you know, if you're not subscribed, I would not be mad if you subscribed. Getting there. Oh yes, December 26th is Boxing Day. I think you and I video chatted on Boxing Day, or it was like one of the Libs Sew Squad things last year. Or both. I need to iron that one. Those look good. All right, I'm not going to mess with any of these piles. Tomorrow I'm going to come down here, press some things, and start chain stitching away. Yes, okay. The exchange rate is really crazy between US and Canada right now. It's so weird. I remember, so I'm really close to the Canadian border as well. And I remember being a kid and we could just pop over back then. You didn't need like a passport or anything. And it was almost close. It was like 98 cents on the dollar or something. And now it's really different. Yes, Karen, thank you. It is so exciting. Like 1,000 feels like legit. Like I still can't believe this many people subscribe to listen to my quilting videos, but I'm like super grateful and thankful every day. So I'm so excited. I'm hoping by the end of the year, I should be able to hit it by the end of the year because I'm doing, you know, I only need like 40 more or something, but you just never know what the algorithm will do to you. Yeah, I agree. Stores are too peoply. Too peoply. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's been a long day. I don't want to mess up any of my squares, but I got a good amount done. I got a bunch more um, marked, and I learned how to count, so I know that I have everything that I need. So, you know, math is hard, especially for an accountant. But I really thank you guys all for coming to hang out with me on this wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you have a great weekend. And maybe I'll see you on The Guy Who Sews live on Saturday. And if not, I hope to catch you soon here next week, maybe. I hope we all sleep well tonight. Goodbye, Jean. Thanks for watching. Good night, Twyla. Good night, Brenda. Good night, Linda. Good night, Tasha. Thank you all again. I really appreciate you all. Okay, good night. Bye. I can get my mouse to work. There it is. You too, Joanne. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Connie. Good night.